All right.
Is this your video channel?
Yep, it's my
Hi,
video.
how you doing? I'm John.
Nice to meet you, John. I'm Mac.
So today the feature is this 1917 32 ACP Mauser, and my buddy, he inherited this from his father, and he brought it over to my home to show me. And it's a really nice gun, very clean, fully operative, and it has a special feature that's not so special. So when you normally pull a slide back on a gun, you can release the slide with a slide catch.
Right.
But on this you can't, believe it or not. So to release the slide, you have to stick a magazine. This was an empty magazine. And then it closes the slide. It's the only way to do it.
Right.
His son picked it up off the table, and he pulled a slide back, and he was very careful to chamber check it like we're taught.
Right.
And okay, so that's good to go. And then he takes the magazine off the table and he closes it. What he didn't know was there was one round in the magazine. He was so careful to check the gun, he didn't check the magazine.
Uh-oh.
And so he was like, boom, and he shot a hole in my wall. In my wall. And
That's bad.
And nobody was hurt. I taught him how to do sheetrock repair on the spot. He was very embarrassed, and he knows better now. But what I thought would be interesting is to compare the early 1970s ammo compared to new ammo to see what the penetration on sheetrock would be. And because it appeared that it only went through one layer of sheetrock. And so we'll have to find out.
Oh. Yeah, it kind of makes you want to dig in the wall and see if find the slug.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. That would be. Cool gun.
Yeah.
Nice little piece of history there. Has a little hill release for the magazine release, totally European. Cool little markings, which will get you some closer views on this. So beautiful gun, nice craftsmanship.
So it is from the year 1917, and Mauser didn't issue it to military, although officers could buy anything that they wanted to, and they made it in several different calibers. 32 ACP was a relatively new caliber, and people loved it because it had absolutely no recoil, and it was bigger than a 22 and was more reliable.
Yeah, it's cool. And yeah, 32 was, especially in like 1940s, it was very popular, and it's really reigned in popularity in recent time. Very few guns. I mean, understandably, you get something like this, you can get this in a 380 or 9mm size, but back in the day, if you were going to conceal carry, this was the way to go.
Yeah, there's no exposed hammer to snag on a pocket. The sights are small. You can shove it in your front pocket and take it out, and oh, you want to rob me?
Yeah. Wow, beautiful, just beautiful craftsmanship. Yeah, let's get you some closer views of this thing here. There you
go. Okay, so I'm covering up the serial number here, and it's Mauser, and I'm not even going to try to pronunciate the German language because I'll make a bunch of people mad.
Yeah.
But and nothing on the other side. And so the gun basically has a safety after it's loaded and chambered, and a safety release, but there is no slide release on the gun. The slide release is actually putting the magazine fully inserted into the gun. So basically it's idiot proof, but because they made it idiot proof and people aren't used to idiot proof guns, it makes more of an idiot out of you. So
yeah. Oops.
So stick it in. The firing pin, striker, sticks out, lets you know it's cocked, and pull it. It goes in. Click, and you pull it back. And even though the magazine's in it, you can't release it until you pull it out, then shove it back in again.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so you don't have to have a lot of training, but you can make a mistake if you don't check the gun for chamber and you check the magazine for having ammo in it. And that's where the problem was. And so the old 1911, it was made in 1911. It has a slide release on it. This is 7 years older than that, so they probably thought it was a great feature. Personally, I'd rather have a slide release myself.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's its holster that comes with it. And just for comparison, here's a modern day M&P Shield. On the size comparison, they're pretty close in thickness and width and height, but back in the day, that was you can still carry. That was a good choice.
The magazine holds seven rounds of 32 ACP on these old Mausers, and different calibers that this gun is made. Different calibers that this gun is made in. The capacity would vary to all the way to whatever 30 caliber ammo they used back in the day, and everything in between.
I think I even heard somebody say they maybe made a bigger 45 ACP version of that, but I could be wrong.
Oh, possibly. It'd say action.
Action!
Okay.
828.
So that's the old ammo.
811. 841.
So this is your new stuff now.
781. 804. And 781.
There's no difference. There's no difference.
Wow. Yeah. For something, how old is that ammo?
It could be.
Okay, here's some numbers I crunched from the chronograph results. Our old 50-year-old Remington ammo versus the PMC. First up, the Remington ammo, 71 grain. So with the old Remington ammo, I have from the chronograph 828, 811, and 841. If I did my math correct, I got 827 feet per second, for a grand total of 108 foot-pounds of energy. Now while the PMC ammo, again 71 grain, I got 781, 804, and 781, which I did my math correct, got 789 feet per second and 98 foot-pounds of energy. So there you go.
What we're going to do now is we're going to recreate the accidental discharge accident. We have 4 layers of sheetrock, and we have 3 rounds of the original ammo, 3 rounds of brand new 32 ACP ammo, and we're going to see how deep they go.
Okay.
So what we can see is that the penetration on the old ammo and the new ammo actually went through 4 layers of sheetrock. And so the conclusions that I have is it actually must have hit a stud in my home, because in my interior wall it was close to a corner, and there must have been a stud where you wouldn't think a stud was, and so it didn't exit the wall. So this proves all the ammo went through all 4 sheets of sheetrock.
Yeah, never underestimate any ammo, even if you think it's relatively weak compared to your more standard calibers like 40, 45, 9mm.
Yeah, so I dated from the internet the old ammo, and it could have been as old as 1970, and it was in a storage unit outside, humidity, heat, and all that. It wasn't corroded or anything, and I thought that maybe it would have been weakened in power, but apparently not. So the point is, it hit a stud. Yeah, 32 ACP will go through at least 2 interior walls of a house.
There we go. So gun safety is paramount, and you always assume it's, even when you check things, assume it's always loaded and make sure it's pointed in a safe direction.
Did you do some?
Again, the aftermath of the shots going through, and went through there like butter.
So now we're going to do a full metal jacket 32 ACP test to go through. We already know that the bullets will penetrate 4 layers of sheetrock, 2 walls, interior of a house. And we got little Johnny and little Sarah in the bedroom. And if you make a mistake and shoot through a wall, what's going to happen to the other side?
Yep. 32 ACP through the Mauser. Let's see if we can catch the bullet.
We're hot.
Okay.
So it went through 2 interior walls of our house. It went through poor little Johnny, and it went but basically what I'm trying to emphasize is make sure you know where the bullets are going to end up, because they have special ammo for interior use. If you have people on the other side of the wall, you can make sure that this wouldn't happen. I don't think you'd want to use full metal jacket for a defensive situation in a house.
Yeah. Caution. This is the 32 ACP.
And wow.
Well, the 9mm stopped it.
Oh, you think so? It hit it?
It hit it. I mean, we'll clear the gel up, but here's your little wound track, a little from FMJ. If I was going to carry 32 ACP, I would just probably carry FMJs. Here, just side shot.
I'm actually surprised. That's and that other bullet in there, that's a 9mm, you said?
Yeah, that's a 9.
Wow. Yeah, penetration seems to be no problem with this.
I think if you hit the right spot of the target, if you have, that's all you had to work with, it should probably do the job.
Okay. Well, my buddy that owns this gun will be happy to know that he could use this as a real secondary defense tool. The penetration is good, and you might have to fire all 7 rounds into the individual, but
yeah. And his buddy's here, by the way. He's a little camera shy due to the nature of his job and the how our state's very anti-2A, anti-civil rights. Very cool. Just want to give a special shout out to Levi for letting us show his awesome Mauser pistol, and John for helping me make these videos. For Redline Ballistic for carrying these days kind of hard to find ammo like 32 ACP, and for all my new subscribers for watching my content, giving thumbs up, and just remember that gun rights are civil rights, and thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.